Game over, man. Game over. That's right, folks. Zach's here tonight. Game is over because I'm about to drop something hot for all my crafting friends. We're about to do something fun and exciting. Super easy. Anyone can do it. That's why it's game over, man. Because we have these awesome transfers we're going to use tonight. These are our sassy sayings. Am I saying that right? Snark Empowerment Minis. That is the name. Keyword for the supplies tonight is HAT. H-A-T. Type it in the comments. You'll get a message from the page with a list of all supplies that we're using tonight. And if you see this red button right here, that means you are on the live right now. If you don't see it, that means you're on the replay. Hashtag replay. Let us know you were here. But once you do, say hey, say hi. Let us know where you're from, how you're doing, what you think of the project. Sprinkle the video, throw some hearts on it. You help us grow. We appreciate it all so much. So I hope you're all having a great Tuesday. I know I am. Let's get to crafting here in just a second as I wait on my slow page to load up. So I can see your all's comments. I know it's my computer. I think this computer's older than my children. But it works for what I need it to work for. It's just some of those other things. Oh, I see the comments. There we are. Hey, Sue. Hey, Lisa. And guess what? You know, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different hats tonight. So you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to make some hats for some of my friends tonight who are following along, sprinkling the video, and staying up with our comments. So, in the meantime, let's get this party going, right? I totally forgot. I probably should have brought these with me, but these are also in the cart link for tonight. These awesome patches, they come in 3 packs. There's a large pack, and then there's a small pack, which I don't have. But this is the small pack, and these are adhesive patches. They work great on our pillowcases or even tote bags, or like we're gonna find out tonight, hats. We're gonna put these on hats, and I'm showing you that one because I painted it. And it's, we're going to paint a couple other ones here as well. If I can get this working. Please work. I know, I'm just trying to see everyone's comments so I can see what they're saying. I gotta see what they're saying. They might be like, Zach, you got a fly on your nose or something. Man, there's all my friends. Hi, Bambi. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Lisa. Okay, hi, Paula. Hi, Teresa. And again, hat for all the supplies that we're doing tonight. And check, yes, I went to Hobby Lobby today. Confession time. Went to Hobby Lobby. It's where I got these bandanas. And I also got these hats. We have several different style of hats. We have mesh hats, we have sports hats, we have trucker hats, we have other hats. But let's get this going. Let's get this going. We're going to set this here to the side because we are going to need that. Hi, Monique. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Hi, Kevin. How's it going? Hi, Kim. How did the boys' first baseball game go on Saturday? It went great. We won. They did awesome. And we have another game tomorrow night, which is why I'm here tonight. So, okay, check this out. We're going to do, let's do this one first. We're going to do this pink one, and I will show you guys the patch. Okay, we're going to use the big, long patch. There's the 2. Like I said, they come in 2 different styles. And on this one here, it's really big for this mini that we're going to put on it. Okay, from our little 12-pack here. But it's a sassy saying, snarky saying. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to set this right here because I want to paint this. I want to give it some color. I don't want it to just be the beige. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some chalk ink. This is chalk in ink form, meaning this will be permanent. You don't necessarily want to use this on a board. You want to use this on material, something that can absorb into, because it's going to stain that material once you heat set it and dry it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this weak little brush and put it back. Get a brush that's got some oomph to it. Hi, Penny. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kim. I'm going to take some of this teal and I'm just going to paint this canvas-like material. And I'm not even going to go to all the edges because I'm going to cut this a little bit, and I'm going to show you how here and why in a second, because this, obviously, this square is too big, and I want to make sure I have nothing on my fingers for our little pink hat here. So we're just going to take our teal, spread it out, just kind of make sure you get it all in there, brush it in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially with what we're going to be doing. It's okay for it to look a little, kind of beat up and vintage. Like this sticker here says on this hat, these tears right there, you see that? Those tears? It's just a vintage look. That's all it is. It's a vintage look. So that's the look we're going for, I guess, a little bit with our paint job too. Vintage. Yes, sirree. All right. So we have enough on there where I'm happy with how that turned out. I like that color. I like that little square. And don't forget, hi, Vivian. So we have our little square. I'm going to close this off now. And I'm going to just simply give this a quick little dry. Now, the one thing I've noticed, I've done a couple of these already, I don't need the big heat gun for this. This canvas seems to absorb it pretty quick and dry pretty quick. So, I mean, just with a few minutes and a blast of this, it seems to dry fairly well. But definitely before we do our second layer or heat set it, do your finger touch it, make sure it's not wet. You'll be able to tell. We're just going to give this a quick dry, or start to dry. And then we will set it over here to the side so we can heat press it. And so we can also do our other thing. I have another idea that we're going to do this with some handkerchiefs. Sorry, I was looking for it, looking to see where it went. Now I'm wondering, do I have the right patch? Things are about to get super weird. Where's this one going? I've got that one. Oh. Whoopsie daisy. I think it'll be fine. Was I going to do that circular? I have so many hats and of these minis out. I've gotten them mixed up here a little bit. So we're going to set this to the side. We're going to pull out this awesome cheetah print handkerchief I got today as well at Hobby Lobby. Only $1. Only $1. Not too bad for a handkerchief. And look, it works multiple ways. You can do several things with it. You can be a bank robber. You can just be Mr. Clean with it. So what I'm going to do with this, because I'm a lefty, I'm going to find something circular here, a chalk chip, or maybe even a jar to use as a template for my circle, because I want to make sure I get a big enough one on there. That's perfect. And I don't want to, see, we're just pulling more stuff out now. And I don't want to have like a bogus looking circle. I want it to be somewhat strict. And I'm a lefty. We all know how that goes. So we're going to use this fancy roller Amy has, even though she told me not to. We're going to use it, and I'm just going to kind of...
Did you need a chalk chip?
Y'all, man, she made me jump.
Do you need a chalk chip?
No, I got this.
Hey, friends.
So I'm just going to come in here along the edges and use this to cut my circular circle. Get it? Because it's a circle. See what I did there? I'm just going around. I'm actually even getting the tape now too, I see. Trying not to lift it. I could actually just do a square first. Give myself something to work with. And we learned last time, folks, yes, I remember my lesson. This is not a toy. All right, so we have our square, but as you can see, I've already messed up my circle. Whoops. Luckily, we've got a big handkerchief here. So we'll try this again. Probably could tape it out. Use that ink mat. I don't want to cut the ink mat, so. Woo! Oh, that has some potential there. We're going to keep that. Amy needs a handkerchief jar now. She's got a ribbon jar. Let's make her have a handkerchief jar. All right, so let's try this again. I know this has a lock on it, so we're just going to take our time. If I'm crazy and there's an easier way to do this, by all means, somebody tell me. I feel like this is working. But just to make a circle, that's all we need it for. And what we're going to do with this, we're actually going to lay this on the background. That's the whole purpose I want to do with this. Is I want to create a background for our patch and for our hat. So it's kind of my whole thought process here. Just trying to clean it up now. And if it's okay, if it's frayed, I kind of like that look. And I'll show you that look on another handkerchief I have. Because I couldn't exactly figure out how to get this frayed correctly. There we go. Now we're making progress. Look at that, just chipping it away. And now we have ourselves a little circle. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. We're going to take this scrap over here now. Thank you for that wonderful applause there, folks. We did it. We did it. Hi, Michelle. So this is the fray I was talking about, like on this handkerchief, it's already got it. I was like, oh, I would love to get that on like one of these whole circle patches. How would you guys do that? How would you do that? I'm just curious. Amy said to go through like with a picked thing. That seems like a lot of work. Okay, so we have our patch. We're doing our dry. It's still a little wet. You can see I just did it on my finger. So I am just going to hit it with the dryer a little bit longer. Not too wet. Yes, and don't forget to type in hat for all the supplies that we're using tonight. Okay. All right, we're good. We're going to grab some parchment paper. Our heating mat. We're just going to lay that down.
Hey.
And press and hold for like 30 seconds. Iron it out.
Hi. Did you ask him about the auction?
No, I didn't ask him about the auction yet. Why don't you go ahead and spin that for me?
Hit the heart button if you would be interested in participating in an auction in the VIP group of all my finished pieces. Okay, gotta go.
You heard the lady. Hit the heart button if that's something you want to see in the VIP group. Okay, we're good. That's about 30 seconds. Whew, that's about 30 seconds. That's warm. All right, and now we have ourselves a background. All right, so we're going to now stick this over here to the side. Amy has like a whole bucket of these, and maybe I finally convinced her to get rid of all of them. I don't see them anywhere. Maybe I did. But it's all these, it's got these fancy zigzags on them. It gives it kind of a pattern. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually wait a second before I do that. Because I want to go ahead and ink paste on here real quick with our transfer. So I wanted to heat set this first. So that way I can put this on there. Heat set it again, or cut it. Probably heat set it first. And then cut it to the shape that I want it to. So things are about to get super weird. It's a great way for the first hat to start off tonight's project. So we have that teal. I think we're just going to do this in basic white. We're going to do this in some white ink. We're going to make this permanent. Oh, look at that. Amy's awesome. She gave me a whole new, brand new jar of white ink. So I'm just scraping off there on the top. There it is, ready, smooth. Just want to wipe off my fingers. We don't want to touch anything because it is permanent. Just going to take a little on our squeegee. And we're going to go right over it. Boom. We're going to go one direction because we don't want it to bleed through. And with working with ink, you have a better chance of it not bleeding once you get all those air bubbles out and you go one direction. It's just the consistency of the ink, I believe. Get those last little parts. All right, take all that extra, put it right back in there. Wipe those fingers. Grab Amy's fancy little tool here. Take that out of the way. Lift this up slowly, and if there's something that we missed, we'll lay it right back over and touch it up. But things are about to get super weird. Check it out. We got it on there. We're going to set this over here to the side. Give it a quick little spray with some water so we can come back to a second and clean it while this dries. All right. So now with this, we're going to give this a quick dry. Again, with this canvas, with this material on these patches, it dries real quick compared to a lot of other fabrics. So that's why I'm using this versus the big old heat gun. Auction would be great. Okay. I've seen lots of hearts. All right. It's from the looks of it, it looks like it's something we're definitely going to set up in the VIP group then. So make sure you're in our VIP group. Type in VIP or type in the keyword hat, and it'll give you an option for our VIP group. Oh man. Okay. I also got some fabric glue today. That I think I totally just left on the island. All right, that seems, see again, dries fairly quick. So we're gonna lay our parchment paper back right, oh, we just dipped that in that ink. We're gonna lay that down over it, cover that up. Grab our heater again, our little Cricut press, mini press. Get our heat mat. Before we get in trouble, heat mat, there we go. Push the button, 30 seconds, here we go. And we're just kind of doing it in a circular motion right over this. That's simple. I think this is going to turn out super cute. It's a great way to use these patches outside of putting them on a pillowcase or a tote bag, which they look awesome on. And we've done before. All right, I think that we're good there. Oh yeah. All right, there we are. Now it's dried and ready to go. Okay, so now we have our canvas. We have something to work with. Let's take our scissors here. Our non-fabric scissors, actually. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this out. I'm going to cut this first down. I'm going to cut it down. So that way I'm not trying to cut it down to size with these, I don't know what you call these. What type of scissors do you call these? Design scissors? Shape scissors? But man, my shaping is really off on that. So now let's see if I can do this again. I'm going to try this. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not on this. Let's find out. Where did you find the patches, Hobby Lobby? No, money. If you typed in hat, you'll get a message from us with the supply. These are Chalk Couture patches. They're heat adhesive patches that you can put on pillows on the table. That you can put on pillows or on hats or even on a shirt even. You can absolutely do that. All right, I'm curious to see if this works. Oh, it does. It'll let me trim it down here a little bit with this. That's pretty cool. If I press down firmly, it'll go right through it. So now we know. We tried something new tonight, and now we know if it worked. At least the brand I'm using is. So we're close to a circle. We have some pieces coming off. It's definitely not a pizza cutter, that's for sure. Feels like it. Okay. Now we have our circle. Let's clean this up a little bit. We're going to clean it up with our fancy scissors. Just going to kind of come in here and give it an edge. Excuse me. And it's not going to be perfect. That's okay. We're going for a style look. Excuse me. There we go. So we have that part done. Now we got to do the same thing to this. But I think I'm going to need a bigger piece of material to really get the effective look I want. So it's a good thing we have plenty of leopard. A good thing. So let's get ourselves a bigger square. We need a bigger square. Ooh. This tool is just fun to cut material with. So much fun. I highly recommend it, everybody. That's right, you do you. You do you. So I think I want to come out to about there, so we can figure that out. And that's going to lay there. Okay. See, we're moving along. Probably should have just folded it over in half and saved the cut. Is it too late for that? Never. Never. Never too late for that. That's right, folks. We're learning. We're just going for a circle. Yeah, we got it. We got it. And now we're going to throw this on a hat. And now we have ourselves a little batch. Check it out. I'm way back here right now. Whoop. We're going to put that on a hat now. How cute is that? See, we're giving it a little flair. We're painting it. We're using some different colors. Somebody is having way too much fun. Yes, you're absolutely right. Now I just need to find the hats we have here. We have more hats. Who's liking this hat? Who would wear this hat? Because I'm making 5 hats tonight. You know I got some happy mail for someone. Man, oh man. She took my bag of stuff. I don't have my fabric glue. So we're not going to be able to do that. So, fabric glue we were going to play with tonight. I don't know where she placed it. Because it was in the bag with all the hats. And it's in the bag still. Fabric glue. Let's play with some fabric glue. Okay, so I bought some fast drying fabric glue. This one says to basically just lay it on. I got this at Hobby Lobby too. This was $3.49 at Hobby Lobby. Test for best results. So this is going to be the test. Apply an even coat to fabric or embellishment. Press on the garment if needed. Hold into place with tape or pins until set. Let dry 2 to 4 hours. So what I want to do, I want to paste this. Ooh, that's big. That's big. Is that too big? Is that too big? What do you think? Are we too big there? I think we might be too big. We might be too big. So we're going to bring it down a little. We're going to bring it down. And a little bit more of a circle. There we go. Fold it over. Let's take it down. Let's see, how did that go? Oh, okay, that seems better. How are we looking here? Are we looking somewhat better there? Yeah, I think that works. It's not so big. What do y'all think? Too big? Too big, or does that work? Hard to tell, I know. Stay on there. All right, you know what? We're going to go with it. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. All right, we're checking to see if there's a seal cap. We're going to take the lid off. And we're going to brush this on here. We're going to apply it evenly. Here we go. Ooh, I was not expecting that. So it came out real quick. I'm going to use a little brush here to brush it around. Almost like super glue. I wasn't really expecting that. I was expecting it to be kind of a little bit more runny. I'm going to give it an even coat, kind of just spread it out from the center. And if it, and for this particular style, for what I'm looking for, if it's a little loose, it has some fray on the end, I'm okay with that. All right, we have that. Let's set that right there in case we need it. And now I'm simply just going to, bear with me here a second, I'm going to lay this on here flat and spread it out so it has a flat surface. Check it out. Here's our first part. Check it out. We got that. Not too shabby so far. Really add some pavump to this hat. And real easy to spread out. Making sure it gets in that material. And holding it to it. And it does stay in place pretty well. So, for using this for the first time, not too shabby. Staying in place. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to jump the gun and go ahead and put this on here now. I'm going to take this off. Center it as best as I can. I like it. I like it. Okay, I have it where I want it. I'm going to lay some parchment paper right over it because we're going to heat set this patch to the hat. I'm going to lay that under. Now this hat does have a backing back here. I'm keeping that there because it is helping provide support right now to everything. I'm now just going to take my mini heat press and I'm going to press it on down. Press down, 30 seconds to a minute. It'll adhere to the material. Like so. And then we're going to have ourselves a hat. We're going to have one hat. Ooh, don't set that down there. All right, we're coming along here. So you can see I just want to show you it's starting to stick to it. But there, hat number one. Hat number one is done. We have ourselves a cute little stylish hat for when Amy goes craft shopping. Or you go craft shopping. I'm giving this to somebody. Who wants this hat? Who wants this hat? Let me see it in the chat. Who's going to wear this hat and just be like, yeah. Who's going to be styling this in this hat? Oh, thank you, Penny. I appreciate it. Thank you, Susan. Okay, so we have hat one right here done. We're going to set to the side so it can finish drying. What I mean by that is for the patch underneath the adhesive patch. Okay, so patch number two. Super easy. This is another one. Where are we? What did I do here? Okay. Check out this hat. We have this one, also from Hobby Lobby. We have Selectively Social. Great way to stay incognito. I've already taken one of these little patches that also come in a pack of 3. And I've painted this with Storm ink. And I've already heat set it. So I'm simply just going to lay Selectively Social right over it. And let's see here. Does that look straight? It looks straightish. For this hat right here, which we will do right here, I think we're going to go put it right there, our patch. What do you guys think? Black or white for this one? Black or white? Let me know in the comments. What color do you think? I'm pressing down, removing all the air bubbles. I think I'm going to go black, guys. Next time, iron the transfer piece onto the material first, then glue it onto the hat. Ooh, Carrie, that's not a bad idea. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Thank you, Trisha. Love that color you are doing now. Okay, perfect. So we're going to do black. Grab our squeegee. And again, we're going to go one direction. This is ink, chalk in ink form. It's permanent. Trying to keep it off my fingers and close. Trying to get a little extra. Just pressing firmly. Ooh, put that extra. Right back there in the jar. We'll pick this up slowly so that way if I miss a spot, I can just lay it right back down. See, yep. Now that one here, look, I didn't have it pressed all the way down. And I'll show you because you can even see it bled through. But I had a little bleed through right there, guys. See? It wasn't working. Didn't have it pressed down too much. Even on a little one, you gotta take the time and make sure you get those air bubbles. But that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to put this on a hat. We're going to redo this one later. We'll come back to that one. Because we're not going to waste. That's a cute hat. We'll come back to that. I am just going to give this a quick clean though. Show you how simple and easy that is. Spray it with a little water. Take the board eraser. Give it a quick little wipe. We remove all that chalk, all that ink paste that was on there. Chalk ink, I should say. Man, words are all over the place tonight. Throwing that. Boom. All right, there we go. Clean, easy, ready to go. We're here. Might as well do this one. And then I think we're going to do another hat. Oh, Carrie, I'm the same way. I am selectively social as well, too. And I think it just comes from years of being social for so long, where now I'm selective about it. All right, so we have those cleaned, ready to go. Set them over here to the side. And we'll move on to our next hat. So I have another patch. This one I did in teal right here. We're going to do it again. We're going to try it again with Not Today, Satan. We're going to lay it on there. All right. Now this is going to go on a black hat. I'll show you the black hat. Really kind of pressing it down. Make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Okay. So I have it on for this hat right here. Because making sure I'm saving my hats. That one we got to redo. So we're going to put it on this one right here. I think we'll do black paste again, or black ink. Threw my squeegee away too early. I'll just pull out the multi-tool and detail tool. We're just going to grab a little. Make sure we're pressed down, and we're going to be quick and easy on this one. All right. Pick up all that extra. And we're going to peel up. And if there's any spots that we missed, we'll just lay it right back down. Boom, check it out. Not today, Satan. Not today. Spray that one. All right. Ooh, jars everywhere, everybody. What transfers this? This is the Snarky Sains Minis. And we're putting them on adhesive patches to put on hats. That's what this transfer is. Wiping off all the black. And then we are going to throw it one more time on this hat. We're going to remove the background. Remove the backing. We're going to center it on this hat. Kind of up. I think up. Now for this, you could pin this down. Like to get the exact spot, if you want it to be exact, you could pin this down. Now I have my placement. I don't have my parchment paper though. Let's get a new piece. So wasteful tonight, folks. No. Hi, Linda. How are you? Oh, thanks, Brandy. I'm glad you like the color. Ooh, you're right. I did forget to dry this ink. I can't forget to do that. So let's dry this off real quick. Good catch. Who had my back there? Who had my back there? Penny? Excuse me. Penny, I am sending you this hat. Send the page a message with your address. This is going to be your happy mail. Thanks for having my back, Penny. Hi, Bonnie. And I still have Super Weird to give away. Who wants Super Weird? I think I missed all those hearts. All right, we're going to give this a... Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm heating this and it's sticking to my hand and I've removed the backer. So I'm going to try and do... It's not heating it, but it is blowing on it. I'm going to center this back now. And take my heat press to it. Brenda Perry, done. Brenda Perry, I'm going to send you the first one I made. Send the page a message with your address. And we're going to send you some happy mail. Now, I'm trying to keep this straight. Not push my hat piece in, which I've done. I almost think I need a ball. I need to put it on my head and heat press it, you know, to get that firmness of the forehead. Should we try that, everyone? Yes, and don't forget, like if you missed Amy, there's going to be an auction, a silent auction in the VIP group of some of our past projects that we've done. You'll have a chance to bid on them. So make sure you are in our VIP group. It should just pin it on there. There is something, oh man, what is it? I've seen it before. I've seen it before. It's almost like, yes, I just took off my shoe and busted it up on here. I've seen something before when you're using a hat and the brim, and I just can't remember what it is for the life of me. So please forgive my dirty shoes up on the craft table. But I guess I could just squash it down too. It is getting on there. Just move it around. Go from corner to corner. Hi Sharon, how are you? I'm just gonna love tapping the corners. A little bit easier to use without that parchment paper, but I'm not going over that black ink I just put down. All right, there we go. Not today, Satan. Check it out. Hat number 2. Hat number 2. There we go. All right. I think I can do one more. I'll do one more. What do y'all think? One more? Put a ball. Bonnie, yes, that's what it is. A ball. That's what I was looking for. A ball. Take my shoe off. A ball. Yes, something underneath the hat to help kind of pop it up. All right, so we're going to do this one. We're going to do this vintage hat. We're going to do it in... What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What do you think, guys? Probably late for something. I think we just need a zigzag pattern with this one. Probably late for something. Let's do it in berry. I like berry. Man, she really did give me all the good jars tonight. Use a saucepan. That's another good idea. Kimberly, you are totally here and visible, Kimberly. I see you, Kimberly. Okay, so let's take this. And we're just going to grab some berry. Go right down. Make sure I got all those air bubbles out. I feel like I have no paste. No ink. I do have no paste. It's ink I'm working with tonight, folks. Just pushing firmly down, and you can do any sort of color you want on this. You do you. Okay, we have our berry. Set that right there. Wipe those fingers. Ooh, that would be nice, Linda. I like that idea. Hi, Tracy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to lift up here from the corner. Man, another one. What did I do wrong on that? Another one where I just didn't, I guess I just didn't press it down right, and I got all that bleeding on it. Huh. Man. Let's try this again. Hold on. We're not going out. We're not going out like that, folks. we're not, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Yeah, we are not going out like that, folks. No siree. So we're just gonna take this now and paint it berry. We weren't going to before, but now we are. I have a lot there. Woo. All right, just pressing down firmly. All right, we have enough there. Now we're gonna dry it. We're not going out like that tonight. We can't end on that note, can we? Oh, thank you, Bambi. I do too. It's a really nice color. It really is. So we're gonna dry this real quick. Oh, I'm yours, no refunds. We're totally doing that one. And I think it'll turn out real nice still. We'll do this transfer right here. I'm yours, no refunds. We'll do it in a circle. That's right, Bonnie. We can't go out that. The color is berry. It is berry. And actually tonight in the cart link, we did put ink packets in there for you. So that way you don't have to get a jar. And if you've never used ink before, it's a great way to try it and experiment with it. Yes, it does really, really pop. All right, we have that dry. Yes, we do. Like I noticed on this material, it dries real quick. So now we're just going to heat press with our mat. We started early. And we're just going to give this a quick little dry. Man, that's 2 pouches tonight. Now I got to paint and now do something creative with. Oh, man. Hey, 2 out of 4 is 50-50. Maybe this is 2 out of 5 now? 3 out of 5? 3 out of 5 is not bad. And the reason we're doing this again is to heat set this ink into the actual fabric of the material to make it permanent. So it'll sit in there. So you might want to wash your hat. Do you wash your hats? How often do you wash your hats if you do wash your hats? Like maybe once a year, depending on how dirty it is or what I wear to do with it. If it's like a hat I'm wearing every day, probably like twice a year. Okay, still a little spot right there. I do want to hit up a little bit more. Yeah, where's that? All right, there we are. We're good now. I'm yours, no refunds. Cool down. It is hot. Hi, Sue. Yes, that vintage hat is awesome, Sue. And it's going to look awesome with this one. I really do believe so. Okay, we're really pushing down. We don't want air bubbles. No air bubbles. No air bubbles. Say it with me. We don't want your stinking air bubbles. Okay. I'm even going to take my squeegee here and kind of press it out. You can take a credit card too if you have one, or a bank card. All right. Everybody hold your breath. Here we go. All right, we got it on there. Picking up that extra. And let's take it right off. is my problem tonight. All right, it looks like we're going to try this again on a side note. But hey, it worked on 2 hats, guys. So as you can see, not everything is perfect. But it worked on 2 hats. That's all I know. I got 2 hats here to give away. 3 or 4 if I can get the patches fixed. Why am I keep bleeding? I don't know what I'm doing. But I know, no stinking air bubbles and there's stinking air bubbles. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm going to have Amy watch the replay. I'm going to have Amy watch the tape and coach me for a little private session, coaching one-on-one tutorial. Chuckator, Amy, I need your help. Anyway, folks, I appreciate you hanging out tonight. It's an idea. It worked on a couple of them. You saw what we were trying. Give it a shot. See what you can do with it. Have a great night. We'll see you all tomorrow.